Today I'm going to show you how to make my mother's recipe, pancake egg. I don't know where she got the name from, but I had it as a child and I've never seen anybody else making this, and I've never seen it on the internet, and I just hope that you enjoy it. Okay, to do this I've got 3 onions, half a loaf of bread, 4 eggs and 5 tomatoes. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up the onions. So I've chopped my onions and now I'm going to chop my bread. So the bread's chopped into small cubes, as you can see. Small pieces, different sizes. It's all going to get mashed up, so don't worry too about it. But don't make it too big, otherwise it just makes it harder to mash it. So just carry on with the bread. I'm going to put the bread in with the onions, and then I'll chop some more bread up. Next thing I'm going to do is chop the tomatoes and add the chopped tomatoes to the bread and onion mix. I've not mixed it together yet, but I'll do that. Chop the tomatoes now so they're into small chunks. You don't want them too big, but you do want them smaller so that they'll spread out throughout the mixture. So I'm going to add this to the bread and the onion mix now. The last thing I'm going to do now is smash these eggs and then just mix them into the mixture. But I don't think 4 eggs is going to be enough, looking at the size of the bowl I've got here and the amount of ingredients in there, so I'll probably need to have a couple of more eggs, but I'll just make it up as I go along. But I know what it looks like when it's right. I put a dash of salt in with the egg because it helps with the whisking, and I'm going to put a generous amount of salt on this, and I'll add some pepper as well. There we go. I'll just whisk it up and then I'll add it all together. Just going to add some pepper to the mix. I'll add more as I go along. And I've whisked my eggs and I added that little bit of salt in, which makes it a bit easier to whisk. And now obviously just add the mixture, add the egg to the mixture and let it soak, and then I'm going to start mixing it all together with a big spoon. And just stir it up because you want it all to become one gungy mass. So I'll come back later, and if it's a bit dry I can either add more egg or a drop of milk, but don't be in a hurry to add too much liquid at this stage because it takes a while, because the juice from the tomatoes will also soften it up as well. It just wants a good mix together now so that it all binds, and then we're going to fry it. Okay, so come back later. But just keep pushing it down. Don't need to stir it. You can stir it if you want to, but the trick is to push it, keep pushing it down until all the bread becomes very gooey, and that's a good consistency, that is. I did well there with the 8 eggs. You just keep pushing it down. As you can see, the bread is just mashing up into itself. So the only solid part about it is the onion and the tomato. And as I said before, you don't have to make this much, you can make smaller quantities. Alright, come back later when I'm ready for frying it. I covered the mixture and left it to stand for about an hour. It doesn't matter, I mean, you don't have to do this, but I just prefer to do it. So when I look at it now, you can see that it's now fully soaked and it's nice and flat, it's all mashed together. So there aren't any lumps in there, there's no lumps of bread at all, it's just a big mushy mash, and that's what you want, because I'm going to fry this, and I like to use 2 frying pans for this. So I'm going to fry it in the smaller pan because that will give me the portion size, and then when I turn it over I tip it into the other frying pan. Right, the mixture's ready now. This pan's been on a medium heat, so I'm just going to take a spoonful. A little bit more in there. And that's it, just leave it to fry now. As you can see the oil bubbling around the edges, which is a good sign. Right, looking at that now, it's ready to turn over. So what I've got over here, instead of trying to turn it over, which is a bit dodgy, I've got another pan over here, and what I'm doing, I put a little bit of oil in there, perhaps wasn't the best idea, but I'm going to put them together and then do a quick flip, and that's it. And you can see that's as much cooking as it needs on the other side. And so now I'm putting another dollop in here. The combination of onions and tomatoes on this is absolutely amazing, and the bread holds it all together, and it's delicious to have with the breakfast. Have it with baked beans, bacon, egg, tomato. You can have it hot, you can have it cold. So there you are, that's my mother's pancake egg. Amazing recipe. People say, oh, you could put cheese in it, you could put ham in it, you could put mushrooms in it. Yeah, you could, but this is the way it's meant to be done. And I haven't seen anybody else doing anything like this at all. So there you are, it's called pancake egg. Thank you.